think we're live, team. Let me make sure we're live. How's it going, everybody? We're back. I said that a little too excitedly. Hello, Callie. My cat says hi. She's upset that I just screamed. What's going on? It's Friday. Let me make sure we're live. I'm refreshing tabs. Are we visible? Are we visible? Okay, yeah. I think we are. We're live now. What's going on, team? I thought you said kinky AI. No, that's for next week. Starting strong. How's it going? Happy Friday. This is a little too chill to start. Let me find my... Where's my AI music? Stand by. AI theme song incoming. Hopefully our levels are good here. Yo, what's going on? Sorry, I got a million tabs over it. Cow Guy. That's my new stage name is Cow Guy, okay? Nobody forget it. That video was fun today. I just realized that they had that voice feature on the phone. So I was like, I have to check this out. We need to do this for the science. What up, Simon? What up, Fetus? Mystic Joe? MJ Klein? Mystic Fetus. What a string of words. Okay, where is it? Where's my theme song? I need my theme! I have too many AI songs at this point. We've gotten too off the rocker. Okay, I think this is one of the theme songs. Okay, yeah, here we go. Now we have a proper opening. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I had the day off work today. I was napping all day. It was very big for me. Viewers may see ads at different time. Okay. Whatever, YouTube. What's up, little Spooky? Good to see you again. We got some good things to talk about. So they just announced there were 3 different headsets that have been announced in the past, like, 4 days. I haven't really looked into any of them. The Visor. Oh, yeah. We're going to be talking about that. That's one of them. I haven't watched any of the videos of it yet. I did have a couple friends who were at that event where this Visor headset was announced. And they waited in line all day so they could get a demo, and when they went to do the demo, the software was not working on the headset. So when they said they were doing hands-on demo, they meant that you just got your hands on it. You didn't actually get to see it turned on. Never a dull moment in the tech world. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh my god, that's like the worst nightmare when you're unveiling a product and you're like, live demos, you'll all get to check it out, and then it just doesn't even turn on. They push pre-orders so hard. Yeah, I would not pre-order it, just based on what I've heard, but maybe I'll like it when we watch the videos. Maybe we'll be shocked. We're also going to be looking at these Snapchat. So I've tried the previous generation of the Snapchat glasses, and I guess they just announced the newest line of them. The TLDR after I used the last one was it seemed very impractical. But they are cool. You can basically, like, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead! I heard the iPhone launch keynote was also a flop because of tech snafus. That's true. I actually don't know if that's true, but I trust whatever you heard that from. Oh, yeah. Now, this is more our vibe here. It's AR season. Yeah, AR is really the new thing. People realize they're not making money on their VR headsets, so they just pivoted. Maybe we can all let Apple take the hit and sell the whole world on the concept of AR, you know what I mean? How are the audio levels? Are our levels good, by the way? The Snapchat glasses looked really cool tech-wise. Yeah, as a fashion statement, as a way to go. And the thing is, I think those are kind of the closest to having the type of form factor we want, right? They're a lot smaller in size. They're still beefy. We'll take a look at the photos of those, too. But, yeah, I got some trailers first, too, of some games that I'm trying to decide if I'm going to cover on the channel. Also, big news, I never announced this officially on the channel, but I am officially a MetaQuest creator, which basically just means I get early access to MetaQuest titles and hopefully headsets. And, yeah, that's basically it. And I have a contact at Meta now, so I've got more of a direct line to be able to get my hands on new VR stuff. So I'm excited. I just ate and I'm getting GERD-y. If anyone's wondering why I cough, fun fact, I have GERD. Don't look into it if you haven't heard of it. But whenever I eat, which I'm always dumb and I eat right before the stream, the GERD, it gets GERD-y. Let's move on. Your Quest 3 died the other day for no reason. Like, it's just done. It's bricked. That babe's gone, kaput. We'll do one more song while we vamp here. And then we'll hop into the content. We've got content. I'm a man with content. The Snap Stage demo is very reaction-friendly compared to Immersed Keynote. Yeah, we're going to be looking at clips from both. I don't think I've got time for the whole keynote. Especially the Visor one was kind of long, right? It was like 40 minutes, I think. We love a cow guy. I'm really glad that that AI in today's video latched onto the term cow guy. It made me very happy the moment it happened. If I'm being frank, and I am being frank. In this moment, I'm frank. Call me Frank. Anyway, we got some trailers here. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do videos on these VR games, so we're going to check out the trailers for them. And then we're going to get into all the headset news. There's also another headset that was announced this week. A PC VR, an all-in-one PC VR headset? I don't know the best way to say it, but Vive announced a new headset, so we're going to take a look at that. Well, well, well. Alex VR. Shout out Alex VR. What's going on, buddy? One of our very own hosts of the Between Realities podcast. I just suffered from an aneurysm, but we're back. Yeah, it's good to see you. We're getting into the... It's been headset galore this week, right? It's like 3 or 4 headsets announced. What is next week? Is that the for Meta Connect? I wasn't able to get an invite. I might go just to go. Because it's pretty close to me. Maybe if I can catch a ride with somebody I know who's coming from LA. Because I do have a couple friends who I think are going to go. Yeah, I had that was the first question I asked when I got into the MetaQuest program. I was like, no, can I get that invite? And they were like, no, not this year. Which I didn't expect. A 150-pound computer sounds sick. It's a good weight for a computer, I'm not going to lie. I'm actually going to get into one of the... This was posted by Impact Reality. Shout out Impact Reality. You know what's funny about this game? So I want to check out this trailer. I had this idea for a video game, and my friend and I were going to make it, but we never ended up doing it. Of doing a mixology game where it's all based off of the actual proportions for each drink. And I'm assuming that's what this is. I just downloaded it, but I don't know the gameplay loop. So let's take a look at this. This is the Mixologist. Is it just Mixologist or the Mixologist? We'll find out. This mystery will soon be solved, Scoob. Oh, this is fun music. Oh, they've got tossing in the air and chopping physics. I'm already in. I think this is what we're going to do. I'm trying a new setup here that I'm designing as we speak. I'm probably going to do a video on this, I think. I could never get a job as a real bartender, so it's good for me to do that in the virtual world. Knock out one of my bucket list items. Oh, they have online. Dude, this is going to be a disaster. You get me in any game where I have a teammate who has to depend on me doing something correctly, it's going to go south. That shit goes south fast. So, am I right? Is it based on proportions in this? The Brazilian butt physics. You gotta have that if you're a bartender game, you know. Should be if it was hand tracking, that'd be interesting. You have to like grip the little stirring spoon. The spoon of stirring. Let me run this back real quick. I went to bartending school in college. They never used it. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the real recipes. Okay, cool. Because that's exactly what I wanted from this. This is how I'm going to learn my new drinks for going out, you know? How many bartender... Are there other bartender... I know there's one other one I remember seeing. Hand tracking's coming to this game in the future. Oh, sick. Yeah, because I want to be able to stir it with my finger. I just want to do, like, the one finger stir. That's kind of what I'm known for in college. That was my thing. Yeah, this is more my form of education that I'm into. Bottle popping physics. I mean, come on. Yeah, this looks like a more well put together version of the other bartending game I've seen. And then we have this. I don't know what this is. It says tick, tick, boom. So it's clearly a bomb situation. Exploding Kittens VR blasts on your headset on October 3rd. Exploding Kittens VR. I'm already sold on the title. Callie, look away. I don't want my cat seeing this one. Vodka martini. I fingered your martini. That's going to be a thing I can say soon. Okay, the design of this looks absolutely insane, and I love it. I would do the vodka finger martini in a heartbeat. Wait, I don't fully understand what just happened. What is this game? I need to run it back just to understand what the game is. It's clearly some sort of party game. It's an online game. Being demonstrated by Saber Player with 3s instead of E's because he's cool and hip. Or she. I won't misgender. I refuse. Okay, it's a card game. I missed that. The hit card game. Is there something... I feel like I have heard of this now, actually. This has got to be similar to that Cards Against Humanity, right? To put it clearly. It seems like a very similar vibe. Ready to explore with laughter. Okay. That made no sense to me. Any exploding kitten fans in the audience? Fetus says sus. Fetus says sus? A classic sentence to say. Now this looks sweet, okay? I saw this. I've been waiting for a driving game that I can get into. I played like the Assetto, what's it called? Corsa? What's the name of that game? You know what I'm talking about. Assetto. I'm looking it up. The VR driving game. What the heck? What is it called? Assetto Corsa. I was right. Too early for a Haitian show. No comment. No comment, Judge. Like, this looks sick. This looks like the kind of VR game that I can get into. I imagine it's PC only. There's no way this is running on Quest. Thinking about getting Black Bison Ranger. Ooh. I need to look that up. I've never played that. Power Rangers? Low-key? Kind of lit. I used to be a fan of the one with the lightning bolt in the symbol. You tried Downtown Club. It's really good drive. I haven't tried that yet. Downtown Club. Let me write it on my notepad. Look, I got this fun pen here, okay? This is a real, you know, informative live stream now. I'm a guy with a pen and paper. I don't mess around. So that was Exocars. What are the people saying? Looks wild. It's coming to Steam. Oh, okay. So now we're getting into our tech portion of the stream team. I saw this tweet. I haven't watched this video yet, but this tweet very much intrigued me. As an example of why unions are starting to get scared about AI. And the kind of things that it's going to disrupt the most dramatically. One of those being video game development. Watch out for pinky fatigue. Oh, yeah. I get pinky fatigue weekly, but that's from my other hobby. So this that we're talking about, EA unveils AI system for instant game creation, which already sounds sus. I imagine if this is actually instantly generating games from prompts, I imagine it's similar quality as like early Midjourney, where it's like, it's an image, but is it an image of what I wanted it to be an image of? No, it's a weird AI interpretation. But I haven't watched the video yet. Pinky Fatigue Weekly is my favorite magazine. You subscribe too. I used to photograph for them. I did just close-up pinky photography. That was my whole portfolio. EA has unveiled a futuristic AI system that could revolutionize game. Could is the operable word there. Their imagination to see this just seems like you're just going to create like weird, messy slop with it, right? Like this is, if this is true and it works the way that they're making it sound, shovelware video games on Steam are going to go up by like 100. Give me a pen, I'll show you a sore pinky. Don't get me started. Imagination to creation, that's what it's called. Allows users to create and modify games instantly using simple voice commands. Specifying voice command is interesting. In a demo video, okay, let's check this demo out. A lot of these AI demos are fake. Though I doubt EA would fake a demo. But crazier things have happened, but this is probably real. Because it's EA. Users conjured up a maze game, tweaking everything from scenery to game rolls on the fly. Want grenades? Just ask. Okay. Now you're just pitching me. Let's take a look at the video. It's 4 minutes. We are becoming gods. This is what's making the simulation theory realistic, right? Not to get too metaphysical. Yo, Milkwad, what's going on? Welcome to the party. I'm doing great. By the way, let me know if my levels are off at any time. Sometimes I go back and I rewatch the stream, and I'm like, I was a little low. I wish someone had said. Can you ask for the walls to become invisible? You probably can. Let's see their demo. Make me the best game ever. It just makes you pong. And you find out that we actually peaked at the beginning.
We call this space imagination creation.
Okay, let's see what EA has to say about it.
Let me show you a concept video.
You know that they're taking it seriously because they got a guy with a t-shirt, very noticeable, you know, necklace. I like the look. And like a sports jacket type of situation. So let's see.
Together some of our more exciting
He looks techie enough for me.
Imagination to creation. Let's take a look.
He's super quiet, yeah.
If we made a game out
Let
of
me pump it.
cardboard
Is that good?
boxes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Make a maze of cardboard boxes.
It's a very quiet video.
What do you think?
Not bad. But maybe...
Make a maze of cardboard boxes. That's very creative. So already, I can tell you it looks like a 3D modeling program. They have the X, Y, and Z coordinates here. This is like what Blender looks like when you have no objects in it. Or actually like Unreal, because it's got the skybox.
Cardboard boxes. What do you think?
not bad. But maybe a little too simple.
I'm already going to say, though, this guy's tweet was inaccurate. It said voice commands, and they're using text.
Make it more complex. How's that?
Okay.
What if we make it multi-level? Whoa,
Just
let's
like
give that one a go.
Pyramid scheme.
That's cool. All right. Who are we going to play
Like,
as?
this is interesting.
Make
So
two
far, it's just
characters
generating...
with weapons.
Okay, so now this is where it gets interesting, because now they're automatically generating
Okay, let's
mechanics.
see.
And you just assumed that they
I
wanted the
like this
character
one.
selection screen.
Not
Now
that
my
one.
weapon of
How
choice.
about... Ooh.
I don't know. I'm going to call it, this looks fake as hell. Or at the very least, there's no way it's this easy. Like, this probably took, like, hours and hours of prompting to get it to this place. There's no way you say, just make me two characters and it's got... And it makes all of these other decisions for
Who
you.
are we going to play as? Make two characters with weapons.
Tech Bro necklaces. This is the year of Tech Bro necklace.
I won.
Okay, let's see.
And they said make two characters and it made like 8.
Here we
Ooh, I
go.
like this one. Not
Now
that
my
one.
weapon of
Yeah.
choice.
Ooh. Not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool, but how do we fight? Show me
Like, there's
1v1
so many
combat options.
implications if this is actually legit.
It should be a death match.
Right?
Here I come.
You gotta find
It's
me
basically
first.
like a video game that lets you
what
make
if we
video
made
games.
it so we could only
It's
die
like
from a
Roblox.
grenade?
Oh, now I'm definitely going to win. add a rule that you can only die by grenade.
And also designing it on the fly
I'm
while you're
almost
playing.
there.
I've got something
And
for you.
microtransactions, that's going to be the first command put in.
Almost got you.
Nice
If this is
try.
legit, then this is like actually game-changing and will disrupt the space. If it's at all at this quality.
Dead end. I think this world needs to be bigger. Make it more epic.
Fake spontaneous voiceover. Yeah, anytime they have the guys
Are you seeing
acting was
this?
like,
Yeah.
whoa,
That's
are
awesome.
you seeing what I'm seeing? Wait, that's what worries me. It feels overly produced.
Let me take a moment to describe some of the more transformative
And this is
elements
also for
embedded-
Investor Day. Mind you, this is a presentation for the investors to get them to invest more.
in the video you just saw. What you saw was an illustration of two friends
Those boxes
jumping
wouldn't
into
support
an
their
open
weight,
sandbox,
facts.
and then creating a new
Also,
world
welcome,
made of
Alex
boxes
D.
in real time without any coding
Yeah,
expertise.
it's just going to
and in a
produce,
matter
it's
of
going to be like
seconds.
those addicting game
They
shooters.
then
You know, like the
quickly
really
shifted
generic
to
FPS
remixing
games that were on
existing
like
elements from their favorite EA games,
free-to-play in-browser.
asset libraries, databases, and communities. Elements like characters, weapons, gameplay systems, and logic. Even here, the incredible
this is
thing
nuts
is
if
they were
this is-
able to
if
do
this is legit.
instantaneously, using nothing more than natural language.
Because the gaming
This
industry is already
remixing
looking to
of
fire as many
foundational
people as they
elements
can right now.
would not be possible without EA's massive proprietary dataset, which includes hundreds of thousands of high
Okay, I see. So they trained it on all of EA's like documentation, I'm guessing, or just on their assets and everything.
be possible without EA's massive proprietary dataset, which includes hundreds of thousands of high-quality 3D assets, millions of lines of code, billions of
Oh,
gameplay
so it's
hours,
looking through
and
the code
trillions
for
of
their own
telemetry
games,
events.
too.
This is
That's
all
kinda crazy.
invaluable data as we think about the training
I wonder
of
if
our
they're using
own
this to make
custom
their own game
creation
right now,
models.
and they're just not
And
telling
our
us?
dataset grows by the minute as we're a digital life services company with millions of daily
Like that
touch
Sony
points
game
with
that
our
came out and
communities.
ended it immediately.
going
Maybe
back
that
to the
was
video.
AI generated.
Once the players you saw, they were happy with their initial creations, they started to play. And they were able to rapidly iterate on the fun as they went along. Ultimately, by the end, they created
GTA
a social
6 was
game
made using
experience.
this. That's why
One
they're taking
that
extra
started
time.
with our AAA content as a foundation,
Generate me
but that quickly
GTA
took on a life
6.
of its own, beyond something we built. Over time,
That would
you
be
can
my
imagine
prompt.
these same players
My
and
prompt.
others like them continuing to build in, around, and beyond
AAA
EA's
Foundations,
foundation.
UGX.
Maybe even
It's
creating
just, it
experiences
seems
that become the basis
like
of
there's no
entirely
way it's
new
this seamless to use.
chart-topping IPs. This would represent a new level of symbiotic relationship between our own developers and UGX
All that
creators.
telemetry. You know what
And
we say
one
about telemetry
with
around
our own
here.
IPs being the launch pads for new
Okay, this
experiences
is,
and
we're at the end
businesses.
here.
We hope this gives you a taste of our vision for the future of UGX, a world of true imagination to creation.
I don't know how I feel about that.
And we're well positioned to execute on this vision. Our confidence is
Huh. Thousands of new yeah, this is just gonna, this is just gonna flood the market with all this shovelware. Like, immediately generated schlop. Tech investor buzzwords, yeah. Well, you gotta get that money, you know? Honey, let me get that money. So there's that. And here they drop the price for the MetaQuest 3S. If you're interested in that, $300. $300. The Quest 3S, my understanding is that it's just a slightly less powerful version of the Quest 3. $299 is a good price for a VR headset, though. Sounds like a fun game if it were just a game itself. That's what I'm saying. It kind of feels like it's a video game about making video games. Because I also, here's my thinking, is that a lot of the games are going to feel very similar. Like, if you say, generate me a first-person shooter game, every other person who's saying, generate me a first-person shooter game is probably going to use the same mechanics for all of them, right? Unless you iterate, you know, and say, make the mechanics feel like this other game or something. It seems messy. Now, I'm not talking about Lionel. Okay, so there's that. That was a good bit. All right, we're on to the first of our headset announcements. Yeah, like, because I imagine a lot of people would just be putting in very similar queries. You feel me? But I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Anyway, We've got this. Let me make the screen smaller. So, HTC Vive just announced a new headset. People, from what I've seen, the initial response hasn't been great. This person sums up what a lot of people are saying. $1,000 for Fresnel lenses. I prefer the Pancake. Gotta say. Yo, Warchild, what's going on? And an already inadequate Snapdragon XR2 Gen 1. Yeah, so the main complaints are if you're charging $1,000 for this new headset, you gotta have the newest Snapdragon set. And you should probably have Pancake lenses because that's kind of become the expectation and the standard for the visuals. It's what the Quest 3 has. The differentiation between games is the narrative and art direction, not the mechanic. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Like, I imagine if I could get my hands on that, I would try to do something extremely stylized. Like a side-scrolling platformer that's very stylized. It can only do cardboard levels. That's its limitation. Make whatever you want, but your only material is cardboard. Used to like candy corn. Oh, good, we're talking about candy corn. I hate candy corn. Can I be frank for a second? I hate candy corn. No, I hate's too strong a word. I dislike most aspects of candy corn. Moving on. That's my hardline opinion. So let's take a look at this and see if this looks like it's a ripoff or not. It does have eye tracking, which the Quest 3 doesn't have. Though, honestly, my opinion doesn't matter much on this subject because I love circus peanuts. So, like, who am I to judge? Okay, this is the HTC Vive Focus 3, $1,000. I believe it's a standalone, or at least it doesn't need to be tethered. Cool new flavors coming out. Ooh. This is interesting visually. Not telling me a whole lot about the headset, but... Is there another video? This is like the most tech porny video I've ever seen. Okay, we've got the pinching mechanic. It looks nice. It looks nice. I don't think I paid $1,000 for this. I do want a new PC VR headset too. So like, if they had come out with something for like $700, I would have picked it up right away. Vision. I just feel like Vive is kind of behind now. They always seem like they're like one generation behind with what they're putting out. Am I crazy? Are there any other videos? Let me check for another video really quick. Because I would like to see like something a little more specific. Vive Focus 3. Wait, I've seen somebody review this for like a year ago. Oh, this is a refresh of the Vive Focus 3 with color pass-through. So it's an updated version. I thought that was a headset that already existed. I'm tripping myself out. I'm not following Vive as heavy. I mean, I still have the launch model HTC Vive. It'll always hold a special place in my heart, but I think they're just a little bit behind on the consumer headsets in terms of like what people want right now. But there you go. Vive Focus 3 got announced. The refresh of it. New flavors announced. You're really into the candy corn. Is there a Candy Con? I'm looking up Candy Con right now, and if it doesn't exist, it's a 24-year ban. Just kidding. Candy Con. There honestly should be a Candy Con. Candy Convention? The Sweets and Snacks Expo, is that what you meant? Maybe I'll go next year. Vive Focus. Okay, yeah, see, it's got eye tracking on PC. That's really the only thing it has over the others, though. And the price point is too expensive. Because, yeah, it's a wireless headset, right? So it's meant to compete with the Quest headsets, like probably Quest Pro. It's not enough for me. Is there eye tracking in Pavlov? I didn't know that. Big if true. Dude, that's sick. I've never actually played PSVR, I have to confess. I don't have a PS5. Anyway, so this is the next headset we're looking at. The Snap. All Snap is right. Suckmus says, I have a free candy van. I don't know if that counts as a convention. I'm sending your info to the authorities. Just kidding. Free candy van. Who doesn't love a candy van? I used to get them all the time when I was a kid. It was... The biggest problems with PSVR 2 is that it's not wireless. Yeah, the tether. People just don't want to tether. As soon as we got a taste of tetherless life, we didn't want to be back on the leash, you know? Let's talk about the Snap headset. So I actually have tried the previous version of this. A lot of my friends... yeah, don't get in. A lot of my friends are developers for the Snap headsets and for Snap lenses. So they got to get development versions of the last version of this. Some people like the leash. I guess they do. The leash people. So this is Niantic's demonstration on Snap's new AR spectacles. Again, I think these are very cool, and this is the direction we should be going towards in developing these things. They're very not practical, unless they made some crazy advancements. My main issue with the original version of these headsets is that the screen is so small. It's just like a square or a rectangle, like in the center of the glasses. So when you're looking at things that are inside the virtual environment or being overlaid, they just exist in like a square in the center of your vision, and everything around it is still... has no augmentation until you turn your head so that square covers it. It really annoyed me, but I can see where they're going with it. I think it's the right idea. It just needs a lot more development. But let's see what they got with this new one. Okay. Look at him, look at his hand. He looks like he's questioning his existence. It's like, what have I done? Why did God give me these powers? That's the best peripheral. Like, that's crazy. What is even happening here? I mean, it is kind of sick. Wait, is that a Pokemon integration, or this is like a nondescript Pokemon knockoff integration? Imagine using this with Pokemon Go, though. Because this is... I mean, Niantic's clearly developing on this. Imagine you're walking around and you can actually just see the Pokemon interacting with the real world. Like, that's an interesting vision. It is kind of awesome. I just feel like inside the headset, it definitely does not look like this. It's probably got similar fidelity to the original HTC Vive. Okay, was he just petting it? Just you and the homie, huh? Imagine his wife walks in and he's just alone in his room doing this. It's actually kind of a lit aesthetic. So yeah, this is the new Snap glasses. Let's see, we've got a little clip from their keynote as well. Snap CEO, here's him doing the live demo. So let's see what it looks like for the actual live demonstration. I wonder if you're actually going to be able to see a bit of what I was talking about with the like
have been so excited to share
size of the screen.
So spectacles
are futuristic
so cool
noise.
That even the tutorial.
Yeah, see, they almost have the visuals. Like, if this form factor could be just a little bit smaller, it wouldn't look so weird. But right now, it's close, I think, to where they need to be.
Cool that even the tutorial is fun.
Yeah, those are the people who made the tutorial in the crowd, I think.
Snap OS uses natural interaction, so you don't have to...
I have been to a couple events like this. CES. And I've gone to a couple other conventions, not like big reveals of specific products other than CES, though.
Learn anything new. You just interact with digital objects the same way.
It's like 1950 3D glasses fashion,
so if
exactly.
You want to select something, you just reach out and pinch,
yeah, they're just kind of big.
If an object
And notice how the lighting is dark here, although I think that's just me how they captured it.
Hold up your hand until the cursor appears and pinch.
Okay, yes, so you can tell what I mean by the FOV. You saw the edges of the screen there. So, like, this is what it would kind of look like, and the screen is just this center section. Everything else around it does not get augmented. Yeah, you can see exactly what I mean here when he turns
So if you
right
wanna
there. You can see it hitting the edge of the... Okay, well, you
So
get
if
it.
you
Yeah,
wanna
right there.
Select something, you just reach out and pinch to select.
Yeah, so really, everything that can be augmented is just
If an object's
kept
a
to the
bit
center of your
further away,
vision.
just hold up your hand until the cursor appears and pinch to select.
It was using Snapchat's orientation, yeah. I
you
actually
wanna
went to a
move an
Snapchat
object,
event
it's easy,
not
just
too long
pinch
ago at
and
their
drag.
campus. I mean, that's kind of lit. That's cool.
And to resize an object. just
I
use
do
both
have high
hands,
hopes
pinch
for whatever
and
this
release.
headset eventually becomes.
Now, my favorite part of Spectacles is that the main menu is always in the palm of your hand. So just hold out your palm.
Yeah, I mean, it's
tap
not
to open
terrible.
the menu.
It's
You can
just the
save
first time I
lens,
used it, that was the first thing
exit,
that was kind of
resume, and
jarring.
The settings are on the back.
But
of
also
your hand,
the
so you can,
visuals in this look way better than they were on the last one.
you can save a
Like the
lens,
quality of
exit
the
it, or
augmentation.
resume. And the settings are on the back of your hand, so you can enter settings and toggle the tint. Can everyone see
They
that?
took a
Toggle the
lot of
tint.
this from Meta. Woo! Toggle the tint! Toggle the tint!
And tap again to close.
I love
Now,
tech
that's it.
people.
That's all you need to know to use Spectacles. So, does anyone want to see a lens?
Yes! Yes, we want the
All
lens!
right, let's see. This one is one of my favorites. It's called
This is
Imagine
Snapchat.
Together. So Imagine Together uses generative
My friends
AI,
were all at this
so you
event,
can
too. A bunch of
think
my friends were
almost
there.
anything in the world and
I did not
make it
go.
in just a couple of seconds. So let's try imagine a cheeseburger. And imagine a spaceship.
Okay, so it's just like 3D Mid-Journey.
Imagine a dancing banana.
Okay, it's processing.
First, the object renders in 2D. Now we're going to wait a couple
It's
seconds.
just floating Mid-Journey.
for the 3D mesh to render. Let's see.
Now, I want to see the
it's pretty
3D
good.
mesh.
So you can resize it. I'm going to just pass this to
Just
my
like a real
friends here in the front
cheeseburger.
row. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if SpaceX is going to have any competition with this guy,
Imagine a
but we can
cheeseburger. Just think
put
about
that
it.
over there, and it's pretty cute. I don't know. Anyone else want to?
Yeah, I mean, it is mind-blowing technology, especially with the first time you get to use something like this.
Imagine a puppy in a top hat.
It just really opens your eyes
Anything- don't be
to
shy.
like
Anything else?
the direction technology is going with this consumer-facing immersive stuff.
All right, how about one from that section?
That's the
Imagine
thing.
a
So like the
cupcake with
size of it
sprinkles.
makes a lot more sense when you see that all of this is being powered off
No,
of the
where's
little
top
headset.
hat? Oh man.
They got the computer built into like the rims.
Anything else? Cowboy frog. Imagine a cowboy
That did look
frog.
like the peanut butter jelly time banana.
Oh, that's pretty cute. Oh, that's a good one. We'll give this to the puppy over there. Here.
Give it to the puppy. The lore of his imagination world here doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The cowboy frog gets a standing O.
That's awesome. All right, well, we could do this for
Yeah, as
hours,
soon as
but,
people got their hands on standalone headsets,
this has
it was
been
like,
such an important day.
what
for
have we
us.
been
We've
doing all
looking
this
forward
time?
to this for so long. So I thought what we would do is try to commemorate it all
my
together.
tethered HTC headset was so annoying back in the day.
Draw
Like,
a ghost here.
I'd unplug it, I'd step on the wire.
Been working on this for 13 years.
First world problems.
Okay. That's not bad. All right. Everybody say spectacles on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's a horrifying image.
Awesome.
I think the recording started right after they said it too, which is even better. Yeah, see, there's a clear image. This is the screen size. 46 degree FOV. Do we have any other videos of this? Yeah, the pinching did look... It looks like they took a lot of notes from both Apple Vision and Meta. Meta is going to be... Yeah, they probably have something up their sleeve for this use case. Valve Index pass-through vibes. Yeah, it does. But the nice thing is that,
Does anyone
as
wanna see a
opposed to
live
the
demo?
Vision Pro, it actually is just glass with a screen overlaying on top of it. So it's true AR, not like the Vision Pro where it's a video feed. So they got that going on. I think that's an important tech to push. You got to push that tech. Yeah, that's what it looks like, though. Like, it's just a little beefy. It's actually bigger than the previous version, the one that I tried, which makes sense why the visuals are so much better. They just needed more space inside that headset. Yeah, look at that. It looks kind of cool. They're called the Spectacles, powered by 2 Snapdragon processors. But they wouldn't say what chipset. That's sus. Tell us the chipset, Snap. Tell me the chipset. Chippin'. They could have made them more stylish if it's going to be that bulky. Yeah, you know. Yeah. I don't hate the look of it, though. Like, I would much rather walk around wearing that than the Apple Vision Pro. In terms of, like, a style choice, you know, wandering around the streets. Okay. They look like movie theater 3D glass. Yes, that's exactly the vibe. They do look like the movie theater 3D glasses. Okay. Now, this is the main event. This is the headset I want to see. This is the one I was talking about at the beginning. The Immersed Visor. They've been teasing this thing forever. People have been saying it doesn't exist. A whole lot of hoopla has been going on. And they did this big event that a couple of my friends went to, and like I was saying earlier, the software was not working. The headset just didn't work for the hands-on demo. So by the time they got to finally try it, they really could just hold it and look at it, which doesn't bode great. And Upload VR put out a pretty scathing article that we're going to look at. But let's take a look at the actual headset itself. Again, this is an AR headset, not VR. Oh yeah, look at that cable. It's a visor, bitch. A fucking visor. Are you immersed yet? It's a visor. Immerse. Looks a little thick, huh? A little thick on the front. I don't mind the aesthetics of this, though. I think design-wise it looks chunkier, but cooler than the Snap ones. Because, like, you could wear this, it looks kind of like snowmobile goggles, you know what I mean? I kind of like the look of it. Yeah, I would wear these. It's got a wire coming out of the back, so my guess is that you have to have it plugged into some sort of battery or external piece to get it to actually work. Just like the Vision Pro. Now, this is the article that was put out about it. Demos... Let me get the music going. So this is from Upload VR. It says, all ready for the VR Tour de France. Dude, yes. It says, hands-on immersed demos, barely functional visor after finally unveiling real design. Yes, they've been teasing design drawings and renderings forever. This is the first time they've ever actually showed the physical product. You can use the external battery for a half hour, otherwise it needs plugged into a computer. Ah, that makes sense. Immerse claims Visor's the future of remote work. Critics claim it's a scam. As they do. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. The time of the first demo, which I was set to be a part of. Nobody knew what was going on. The demo area was guarded by security and partially, but not fully, occluded by a black curtain. So they were really doing this under wraps. You had to have a book demo. Around an hour beforehand, the founder had finally revealed Visor's actual design on stage. Yes, we've seen that. And they're taking pre-orders. That's what's sketchy and why people are calling this a potential scam. They're like really pushing people to buy pre-orders and have been taking pre-orders for like a year. And this is the first time they've even had anything physical to even show what it looks like, and it doesn't work, or it didn't work for a lot of people. I read that after about 4 hours of it not working, it eventually did function to a degree. Alongside the design reveal, BJoy made the stunning revelation that they marketed Oakley-like form factor isn't practical for comfort and is only intended to get people's interest. What? This is a horrible way to sell a product. The founder of the company admitted that it would hurt the side of your head after more than 30 to 60 minutes. Why do you think this is going to get you pre-sales? That's crazy if it's true. B-Joy claims the stems at the side of the visor will be detachable to be replaced by the actual head strap to make it better for longer sessions. How bizarre. Who is this B-Joy guy? I don't intend any of you to use stems the entire time. I don't even know if stems will come in Visor 2. That's so he's like priming people before they even demo. He's like, just so you know, I know it's horribly uncomfortable. That's the point. We already know that. Alongside the Immersed announcement that it's increasing the down payment. This is crazy. They come out, they say, here's the final design. Like, you can finally actually see the headset. But before you put it on, just know that it doesn't work and it's horribly uncomfortable, but it'll get better eventually. Also, we're raising the price. That's crazy. Maybe too much transparency. Maybe, yeah, he's just being very transparent, which is good. But increasing the price for the down payment from $400 to $500. Visor also requires a monthly subscription for a minimum turn. $40 a month for 2 years? That's crazy. Oh. This is sounding sketch, man. This is looking more and more sketchy. So the headset didn't work. The founder said it's uncomfortable. They're raising the price that you have to pay them, and also you have to pay them $40 to $60 a month to even use the thing for at least a year. Will they repo your visor? No, they'll probably just brick it. This is crazy. And it's supposed to be the future of remote work, but the guy said it's uncomfortable after 30 to 60 minutes. I mean, that is probably about how much actual work a person gets done at their day job every day, but if they give you all the bad news up front, no, not technically a scam. Maybe that's why they're front-loading it. Maybe they just are realizing as they're getting closer to releasing it that they've made a product that's not that good. And they're just like, nobody sue us for it being bad. We're going to tell you it's bad. I don't know. This is weird to me. It's a very unusual way to market a product. After more than 2 hours waiting outside, yeah, my friend said they waited like 2 or 3 hours. Whispers among the crowd of a firmware issue began to spread. They said, we are now starting demos, but due to an issue, they will be hardware only, not software. Which is to say that you just get to hold a paperweight that looks like a headset. That's crazy. That's like the worst nightmare for launching tech. We even floated the idea of writing a headline about the intercom message alone. What exactly is hardware without software? Could this mean a demo? Yeah, exactly. That's not a demo. It's like, look at this thing. It'll be cool when it works. They had 10 prototypes with their cables unplugged, sitting on top of the laptops. And yeah, it's supposed to be similar to the Vision Pro, where it's like used to spawn multiple monitors for productivity. But it seems worse in every metric, because the Vision Pro turns on. Look at how well look at that big stack of paper. We're gonna blow it with a leaf blower. Look at how none of the papers move. It's such a heavy, beautiful paperweight. Some of you reading this might have concluded that Visor is a scam and that this was a pre-orchestrated scheme, but holding the unit in my hand, all of the aspects of it looked and felt real, and wearing the headset, it felt significantly lighter than the Vision Pro. That's the first Pro for this that we've heard. If they were looking for a round of funding, I think yeah, that would not bode well. I placed a visor on a nearby table to take photos of it, asked the staff to take some of me wearing it, and proceeded to try to understand what had rendered it inoperable. They intended to conduct real demos, but were taken off guard by a firmware issue. Did they like change? Did they push an update that day? That's like the worst idea when you're demoing something, is to push an update before the demo. We then spotted a man at the far side using a visor connected to a laptop and noticed an unmistakable glow. So there was one working. So we have confirmation that there was an operable device in the building. And they were able to get the lone working display to work, but only to have the display. That's crazy, dude. That's a nightmare. A display-only last-minute rig-together demo. Like, I can't... They have so much money put into this thing. And you're pushing pre-orders so hard, you'd think they would have, like, nailed down just one demo to make sure that it was not gonna break. The rudimentary setup they did see, you could only play Concord. Oh, they should have, like, listen, we have bad news. We were gonna have it play Concord in the headset, but they just, you know, shut the game down today, so, you know, there goes our demo. When I did so, what I saw was an image with the kind of pixel density and pixel file factor I've only seen before in Apple. So the pixel density is good, they say. This thing truly had 4K OLED micro displays. That's impressive. That's like the big selling point. Yes, this thing... Okay, the lenses were also very impressive for their size. That's crazy. What a nightmare. Do we have any other videos of it? Okay, we have another video. This is from... Oh, God. We'll just watch the opening of the keynote. This is the whole keynote. Joey Ways. Would only play Concord. This is a Concord playing headset. We've loaded up 20 dead video games on this headset. See, it seems like they spent more time on making this video than making the headset work.
You're out of Tic Tacs.
And they're taking jabs at Vision Pro immediately.
I'm in a whole nother league.
That must be the founder. Is that Bijoy? Bijoy? What is this audio? That's so fucking weird.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, guys, we have fun. What a weird event.
That was funny. Give it up for our content team. That video was hilarious.
Yeah, the content team should be making contact for the headset.
Thank you guys.
That's more than 2 images.
Man, it blows my mind that
it blows my mind that you demoed a headset that didn't demo.
Around the world just to be here
BBL Drizzy's right.
Team. So thank you guys so much.
This is Renji. Okay, this is him.
Startup, and we're having to figure out how to face against the
Rinky Dink. Let's see how much money they've raised. Rinky Dink. Visor XR. How much money? Okay, that actually doesn't help me.
And we're like, man, this is rough. I don't know how the Lord provided for 7.5 years somehow. We're still alive, so praise the Lord for that. But,
oh, and the head, his microphone's going out.
Guys for being here.
This event is just everything.
Just bearing with us as we're out here, and our team is trying to figure out how to get logistics.
We're trying to figure out how to get the headset to work.
Like someone on Discord said,
I do feel bad because like it probably does work. And it probably is a good headset for what it is.
This is kind of our first,
and I bet you they did push a firmware update that just fucked the whole thing up.
Yeah, just thanks so much. Thanks to the Founders Edition people, for the people who are supporting us just as a business.
I can't find out how much money they raised for the company, though.
Almost a year ago. I know it's been a very difficult journey for us. It's been, we were first told by our tech partners that hardware will take at least 36 months.
36 months.
36 months. I don't know if we'll be alive. So we got to figure out a way to make this.
Wait, you don't know if you're going to be alive? What does he think is going to happen in 36 months? I don't know if we're going to be alive. That's like a couple years.
12 months. And we'll probably pushing 14-ish or something.
Did he say the Lord? I think
16.
so.
I don't know. We'll see what ramp up looks
Milkwad
like.
says it looks like a scam, man.
That we're here. So thank you guys for all the support. So just a round of
There's
applause
about 3,500 pre-orders based on order numbers. Interesting.
Yeah, so to sort of give context or kind of an overview to those of you in the crowd who don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, they're going public.
And decide to stop in, who might be here locally.
With a market size of 380.7 billion. Well, that doesn't help me.
To sort of think about is how has humanity interacted with technology for the past 4 or 5 decades, right? Maybe think about the personal computer, right?
Sounds like they've got at least a couple hundred mil.
Windows 95, maybe I'm too young, whatever.
I doubt they can mass produce a super precise optics. Yeah, it's very expensive. That's the main cost.
Is the personal computer, obviously, like Steve Jobs,
just the parts that are required for these.
Changed the face of the planet forever.
I mean, if it is true 4K OLED, like it probably does look very good.
After that, which was the laptop, right?
Okay, now you're just trying to pitch us on the concept. Yeah, remember how laptops came out and then phones came out and everyone said phones were crazy, but they weren't? And now we're coming out with this and people say this is crazy, but it's not? We're phones.
a person from Australia or France or whatever, you're getting your work
That
done.
computer,
they're getting
yeah.
Their work done. And if you're isolated at home, you just put on a headset, and now you're in that. It's really cool to kind of see several of you who've met each other.
He's just
for the first
pitching
time in
people on
those
the
cafes
idea
in
of
your
having a
office.
headset.
Weird crowd, like, what are you doing? But it was really, they're getting
So
their-
wait, is this cafe like a proprietary thing they designed? Like this is their version of Meta Horizon World? The Visor Cafe?
and work in VR.
Okay, now he's just talking about
So,
user usage.
We realized as we gathered sort of all this user craft and sort of molded into.
That's what it
something
looks
that-
like. Let's look at. So it's very thick. It's a thick front thick boy. And the reason they were saying it gets so uncomfortable is because it has like regular glasses, like it's just regular frames, and having the and because it's so heavy, the two sides of the glasses sort of pinch in pretty firmly because it has to be able to hold it on your head, and it's all front heavy. So as a result, the guy was saying it's uncomfortable because these two sides of the frames, since there's no top strap to hold you in, they're just pinching into the side of your head in order to keep the whole thing
that
up.
our team, really, it became our dream.
Bro
device.
invented VR chat.
It's something that. Oh, sorry, this is kind of a really boring slide. My bad. It's something that we realized.
Thank you for caring about the slide
it's
economy.
a headset that can look more similar to a pair of sunglasses, something that's not like a foreign object. Like when you think of VR,
It's still
if you're
too
not- if you're
thick
a non-VR person,
to look like a pair of
you
sunglasses.
might think, oh, that's something that like I've heard
But
of.
I
It's a
love
gaming
the
thing, it's kind
aesthetic
foreign
of it.
thing, or maybe I got a Quest
From the
for
front.
Christmas and then it's been sitting on my shelf and I haven't really used
You
it
could wear
since.
one kept backwards this kind of way, yeah.
But
And
we
if you have
realized that we
Voldemort on the
sort
back of your head,
start
then you
with
both get one.
What type of technology would people adopt first? And what sort of form factor does that look like? What's technologically possible? Explosive event. And,
Let's take a look at this.
you know, kind of.
Yeah,
maybe
I mean, the
5 or 6
size of it
months
is pretty
being into,
good
okay, what
for
really
what it
takes
is.
to
Like,
pull
you
this
can't
thing
really do much better than that
Turns
for the
out
size.
All the core components necessary to pull this off, it already existed before we actually started working
Guy's
on
not
this. Like, for example,
terribly
a 4K
interesting.
micro OLED per eye.
Oh,
So
look
we
at that
didn't
good
invent
video
that.
feed.
BOE and some of these other partners that we're working with.
That is a nice camera, though. Shout out to this cameraman's rig, bro. Look at that. That's a legit camera guy.
We and some of these other partners that we're working with, it's something that for them, they are already working with other tech giants to pull off. When it comes to the...
I actually feel bad for this guy if it's not a scam. I kind of hope it's a
They've been
scam for
working
his
on
sake now.
mobile chips
Because if
for
it's not, then this really is
So we
just
don't
an
have to
event
worry
where
about
everything went
processing.
wrong.
And they're working on XR. I don't know if you could hear that. There's no audio on that, is there? The fan, there's kind of a dual.
Because it
fan
does
system
look,
here.
it looks
Again, we
cool.
have 4K
Good form
micro
factor. The
OLED
price is
display.
not bad because it's like
It's able to
$1,000 bucks,
dissipate heat
which
even
is a
in such
lot. But
small
compare,
form factor,
they're trying to
because it
compete
also
with
allows the,
Vision Pro, which they never will because there's no way they're going to have the kind of apps
to
supported on there that
dissipate
Vision
from
Pro has.
multiple angles. So you
But
have
if they
vents
did,
that, you have
and
inlets
it had
here, you have
comparable
outlets
use
here,
cases to the
you
Vision
have
Pro, then this
magnesium
is like
alloy,
a third of the
much more
cost
dissipates heat. So
and
all these things
lighter and
collectively
supposedly
together,
better resolution.
all these things collectively really
They didn't invest in
allow you
monster
to,
cables. That's true.
achieve thermals that other headsets really struggle to achieve. And
But
again,
yeah, it's
we're
all
not
going to come down to
pushing
like,
insane
can you meet
pixels.
the
You're
amount of
not-
use
we're not
cases that
running
the
a
Vision Pro
120
has, which
frames
is
per
already
second
something that
first-person
people can't really
shooter
figure out what
on
to
our
do with.
headset, because that's just not our use case. We're really focused on a person who wants their computer
Okay.
screens in VR, and the
They're focused on the virtual monitor conundrum.
reason why we're taking that approach is, I would say, number one, I would say there's more money there.
They're
Just
working with
right?
Qualcomm and Pegatron to fix
pivot
the
away
broken
from
issue.
the
That's
sort
good.
of niche
I
VR
imagine the issue really was just that they pushed an update without thinking, and they didn't have a fail-safe to run it back, or roll it back immediately.
gaming hobbyist market, more towards the market of everyone who uses a laptop for work.
And I bet you it was something
I
small,
would
and they're
argue
like,
that's
this
a
is
much,
just
much
to fix a
larger
couple
market,
things so the demo goes
one.
better.
Number two, if it's a use case,
They should
that people are
piggyback on Google
spending
XR. I still wish I got a
30, 40, 50
HoloLens.
hours a week, every week doing,
I've
which I
held
would
one,
argue,
and I've
again,
worn it, but it
gaming,
didn't
maybe pro
work.
Gamers will do that many hours a week.
Like
When
one
it
of
comes to
the
work, way more people, I believe,
developer
are 30,
models.
40, 50 hours a week every week. And so if this becomes their go-to device because they're just using it 40 hours a week, well, I believe we can branch into other areas as well.
So he's trying to say this is going to be used for virtual monitors for productivity for remote workers. So I imagine, though they are selling to consumers, a lot of what they're going to try to do is sell, you know, bulk orders of these to companies to ship to their remote employees
Well, not
as
just
an
work.
alternative to their laptop.
Work will be the place that we start. So when it comes to
Or in
the way that
addition
we
to the
design
laptop.
headset, it has all of these things in mind. I'm not thinking about what technology is possible first. I'm thinking about what does the customer need first, and then you work your way back towards the tech. So for example, this has 32 megapixels per camera here on the front.
It's not compatible with controllers, I don't
Right
think,
here.
though.
And by the way, this is
At
just
least
kind
not
of
right now.
An earlier,
So if you have
pre-production
employees who have no
demonstration.
hands, they can't do the pinch maneuvers, and they're
lenses.
kind of
You'll see
fucked.
Here on the next slide,
Well, you still need a
that
laptop. Yeah,
what that
exactly.
does
That's
is
what I
it
just
provides
realized.
the
Like, yeah,
ability
you're
for
gonna
a
need the
person to be
laptop
able
too.
to,
This will
like
just
in this video
supplement it.
put on the
So I
actual
guess
pair
for
of,
really rich
the
tech
visor,
companies that
actually
want to
see
just give
the
their
world
employees cool
outside.
shit.
Also, we instead
How many monitors was that? That's like the only visual we've got of a person inside of it so far. Okay, so it's literally just for like virtual monitors. I think that's literally, it's a virtual monitor
also,
device.
instead of just having it be something that's big and bulky with a battery on your face, we decided
battery's
to take the battery
tethered.
off the device
Yep.
and actually have it powered through a wire that goes down to the battery pack.
Only
We
for the
also-
very
it
rich
also allows
companies
us
who can
to take
afford
off
employees with
Wi-Fi
fingers,
and
yeah.
Bluetooth. It
It's hard
allows
to
us
come by
really
a
save
fingered
lot of
employee.
space on the actual board itself.
But I will
So that
finger
allows
your
us to have
martini if you need me
a
to.
PCB or a printed circuit board that's kind of like really kind of the space between your eyeballs. It's very, very small. It allows us to really condense it, make it very, very tight. The next thing is, why did we decide to use stems?
The stems, that's the issue.
A head strap like other headsets. Well, again, if the goal here is adoption, is for us to go from 1 million.
They're literally just, his position, it seems, is just that the stems are easier to sell to people who've never used a headset because it looks cooler. Like when you look at it, it makes more sense to them than the strap.
Users to 10 million users to 100 million users will adopt.
Not that it's actually
How do you
practical.
make AR, VR, not a foreign concept to people, but again, something that they're familiar with.
That's
At
wild.
the same time, there's this paradigm in AR, VR, if you're not familiar with it, where
Tell me the
stems are
paradigm.
actually very uncomfortable. So how do you sort of get the best of both worlds?
Well, you
what
don't.
we do is we actually use the stems as, for lack of better terms, a bit of a gateway drug. It's something to just get you interested in it.
So
And as
he's
soon
kind of
as you
saying it
try
is
on,
uncomfortable.
Put it on for 30, 60 minutes.
I don't get this position at all. So he's like, it's easier to get people who've never used it to want to use it with the stems, which I don't really get. And then once they use it and they realize how uncomfortable they are, now they're brought into the ecosystem and they realize how great straps are.
Minutes. Like, oh, wow, this is really cool. I have multiple screens. I can see it. Like, text clarity is amazing.
It's a weird position.
But I don't want to wear it. This is kind of like hurting the sides of my
Yeah,
head.
it's literally like, it's a gateway drug. We want to get them in and be uncomfortable so they realize how great strap. Just give them the strap. He called it a gateway drug. The stem is what is going to... That makes no sense to me. They must have run some study or done some sort of, testing with people, but that makes no sense to me. That someone would look at it with a strap and be like, oh, I don't want to try that. That looks scary. But the minute they see it with stems, like, oh, it makes sense to me now.
My head, but I really want to use this thing. Well,
The
cool.
return
I can
window is
unflip the thing and
15
use
minutes.
The actual head strap that we put in the box. And
That's
so,
crazy.
to be real,
What's up,
the
Prince
intention
Jeremiah?
is,
Welcome
I
to the
don't intend
party.
you to use stems
How you doing?
The entire time. I don't even know if stems will come in Visor too.
We're talking about the STEM
Stems are just
economics.
there to get people interesed to start with.
That makes no
try
sense to
it,
me at all.
Love the experience, and then from there you unplug it, you put on the head strap.
They're there for you to take them off and replace it with the better option. You got a VR, hell yeah. Which VR you get? The Quest 3? Welcome to the ecosystem.
Major breakthroughs that have made.
I hope you didn't pre-order
any
a
of this,
visor.
I think worth even pursuing, right? Because again, if Meta and Apple and
Nice.
Google and Microsoft and all of them are already,
Quest 3 is the way to
working
go.
on their own
It's the
headsets,
best. If you want to know a gateway drug for VR, it's the Quest 3. That's what I use. Any friend that I have who has never used VR before, I just put a Quest 3 on their head. I load them into Pavlov, and they are immediately sold on it. And they usually buy one.
Well, we don't have to work on a headset in and of itself.
I want it
But if we can
implanted
work on
into my
something that
face. We'll
has
get there.
key differentiators that make it actually worth
How do you
it,
download games? When you're in the
then I think that's
headset,
actually not only
there's a
strategic
store
as a startup, but
page
it's just better for our user base.
when
I
you
think
start
it's
up
better for
the
our world.
headset.
So, 4 major breakthroughs I want to go through.
And you should be able to buy it either
Number
directly
one,
in the headset or if you go to the Meta store
So
on browser and log in with the same account.
weight.
You started with
size,
Gear
function.
VR. Gee whiz. For those of you who don't know Gear VR, let me pull up a picture. I've tried it for posterity's sake. My first headset was the HTC Vive. Gear VR, that was like the old Oculus. Oh, I thought they'd have it on their page there. Let me just pull up a picture. Look at this thing. This was like one of the first VR headsets. Look at that thing, powered by Oculus. Samsung and Oculus teamed up. Yeah, that's right. That's crazy looking. The controller makes no sense. It's so weird that the early VR headsets all had trackpad controllers. Like the Vive controllers were such a miss. Naruto's Quest. Oh, nice. I'm a big Naruto head. I can't even lie. If I'm being honest, I'm a big Naruto head. You use the later one? Is that on here? I remember this. These headsets were crazy, dude. And like the Google Cardboard. I tried one of those at the time and I was like, you can't show this to people because if that's someone's first VR experience, when the Quest already exists, they're never going to understand it. Like I talked to people who were like, yeah, I tried VR. It just wasn't that cool at all. And I asked what they tried and it was like a headset like this. And I was like, well, there you go. Your dad has one? Nice. The Google Cardboard. That was a disaster. Oh, nice. I mean, it was cool. I would like one as like a collector's item. But after you use a Quest, like the cardboard just doesn't stack up. Google Daydream. Oh my god. Yeah, like look at this. It's crazy. What beautiful design. Sleek and smooth. It really was an era. Google Daydream. I remember this one vividly. I've seen these. This one had a cool aesthetic at least. It kind of looked interesting. But again, it's just a phone strapped to your face. God, we have come so far. The Labo VR. Oh god. Yeah. The pinnacle of cardboard. It's downloading? That's what we like to hear. Hell yeah.
Volumetrics, aesthetics.
I added music so this guy would be more interesting.
Talking about from your eyeball all the way out to the front of the device. When you look at a lot of the old school headsets, you'll see kind of like a big box on a person's face.
Yep. Now,
and so,
they still have a big box on the face, but it is
when you actually
thinner than a lot of headsets.
Meta Quest 2, again, great headset. I think they
great headset.
20 million plus units. I remember Steph Curry wearing one of these. I was like, dang, well, Steph Curry's wearing it.
Yeah, those early headsets, you literally just slide your phone into the front as the screen.
It was great. And they sold
it was like Eye Bleed Simulator.
Games on that thing. The hard part is, Immersed trying to get people to use the Meta Quest 2 for work. It was great.
Yeah, the Gear VR ones did.
But very quickly became something that collected dust on people's shelves for work. And so, like, all right, well, when it comes to visor, it needs to be something that people don't feel ashamed of wearing. It's not something that's not heavy. And so when you
would hate it if someone's ashamed to use your product.
Visor, Meta Quest 2 is literally 2x the thickness, right? So visor is 41 millimeters from your eyeball to the.
I don't really care. Well, I guess I care. For this kind of headset, I guess I do care about thickness. Thickness matters, everybody.
Quest 3 is 55% thicker than visor, from, again, your eyeball to the front of the device.
He's clearing his throat.
55% thicker. Great devices. Meta Quest 3.
This music makes him so much better.
I'm sure. Makes almost nearly billions of dollars, I'm sure. Apple Vision Pro, I mean.
It makes quadrillions of dollars.
And billions of dollars worth of sales. And it's an amazing device. I love it for Disney Plus. But
Your dad's playing it? Oh, nice.
And I'm not going to wear that.
He's got to get in there.
Number 2, wait. This one I actually want to demonstrate for you guys.
He's going to hold it up and be like, look at how light it is.
If you're ready. Cool.
Or is he going to weigh them? Are we going to have like a wrestling style weigh-in for his headset versus a Quest?
The visor. What I want to kind of demonstrate here is why
I still can't get over the whole stem position he has. That makes no fucking sense.
I'm so.
Oh, he's in. He's immersed.
I bet so many of you are like, how much does the visor weigh?
I love that camera though, dude.
We've been holding a secret for over a year.
Is that like a black magic? I want to know what he's shooting on.
I'm gonna make you hang a little bit longer.
Tell your dad we say hi.
Cool. Can you guys see this?
That Tech Bro is ripped. Ripped Tech Bros is the new meta. Okay, if you're gonna have a startup, you've got to be ripped.
Tell you verbally until you guys can see it.
That's why I don't have a startup. It's the only reason.
There's no way to make you guys see this.
Oh, he can't reject it. No. He's getting so pissed. Look, they are doing a live weigh-in. What? This is hilarious. Just tell us the weight of both of them.
Oh, you can? Oh, that's great. Okay, awesome.
This is the weirdest way to do this.
Sorry, my bad.
And look, you can see all the camera artifacts because they don't know how to hide
Let me tear it.
the visuals on the camera screen. They're just doing a live feed from it.
The Apple Vision Pro is,
That's awesome. Just tell me what it weighs and then what the other one weighs.
Dual loop band.
And they can't focus it. The guy can't get it focused.
So let's just use the core unit itself.
It's so close. You almost got it.
572.5 grams.
Oh my god.
Let's try the MetaQuest 3.
This is
Yeah,
crazy.
Bobo strap or whatever.
Bobo strap, that's what I use. Shout out.
463 grams.
Dude, this is the weirdest tech
Let me just kind of take this one
demo
step
I've ever
further.
seen.
Check out my iPhone. All right. The iPhone is my iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Okay.
290
Good
grams,
flex.
Right.
The visor's gonna be like
Now we're
150.
talking about the visor. Let me take off the vanity shield so I can make this a little more compelling. The visor.
So it will weigh
Alright,
less,
look.
you mean?
The iPhone 15 Pro Max visor.
This cameraman does not, he did not get the assignment.
All right, I don't want to get
This is thrilling.
All right.
Greatest weigh-in of all time.
186.
186.
Yeah.
Crazy flex. Yeah, exactly.
again-
Imagine this with no music.
So again,
That's
my
what they're
iPhone
all
is 290
experiencing.
Grams. To be fair, I do have an OtterBox on it. My iPhone is 290 grams. The visor itself is 186 grams. My main question is, why is the iPhone so heavy?
All the camera visuals are getting me, bro.
So when I think about why this matters,
That is too funny. Look at it. We can see all of his settings. 59.94. 50mm lens. That's the kind of lens I like to use. Nice. That's me at 50mm.
this is a standalone device.
This is me at 50mm.
Meaning,
Oh, the sun is
you
like
don't
right on my
actually
face, so I
need
look like
to plug this
insane
into a
right now.
gaming desktop PC with a custom graphics card and have external
We're gonna keep
trackers
it.
to track the headset in 3D space.
Blair Witch
It's not a
VR
stationary
wearing.
device.
Yeah,
You
this is
take this thing with
bizarre,
this wire,
dude.
goes to a battery pack, or plug it directly into your laptop. You take your laptop, and this thing is an all.
I have the sun in my eyes.
Device. Oh, and by the way, it's higher resolution than the Apple Vision.
Oh, and by
Pro.
the way, it's high resolution and a better
So-
headset, and it doesn't work. So get fucked, Apple.
Thank you. And look, I don't want to claim all the
Phones
credit
are
for
built
this,
to
right?
survive a drop,
we
so they're
do have an
heavy.
awesome team. I think our design.
Yeah, I don't know about this
We
one.
learned
I would love a
ton
drop
by
test
working with
next.
Meta on their Quest store. We learned a ton, even just on the Apple, our apps on the Apple Vision Pro as well.
That
We
would be
learned
great.
a ton from our partners like BOE with their optics.
We got the
Qualcomm, they've done an
BOE.
amazing job as well. And so we're grateful that we even have the opportunity to figure out how do we sort of move into this next generation. Think about people who are at coffee shops, people who are on an airplane, people who are in the
I'm
office.
just talking about using an
Here's what I'm
airplane.
organized to be portable with it is I always have.
Well, there
this
you go.
massive
I think that's pretty much everything. I think we've learned all that we really
that
need
I'm
to know.
carrying
We've
with
given
my
him enough
backpack. I
time.
go fundraise all the time, but we actually are making a good, profitable business. And so
The rest is
Visor's
just
pricing
investor
actually will be
talk.
Going up $100 for the.
This I'm
upfront
talking about the
purchase.
price craze.
So after October 1st, it will actually be $499 up front, and then the monthly payments will be the same for the subscription. And again,
That's crazy. Dude, any device that has a subscription plan, that's $40? That is too much. If I buy your product, I want to use it. I don't want to have to keep paying to just have access to use it.
if we don't earn
Especially
your business
$40.
after the first term is over, cancel it, and then we'll lick our wounds. I think
We'll
one
lick
thing
our
that,
wounds.
we're really
don't like how he
excited
said
about
that.
Is the fact that the way
Visor Plus membership required.
in which we have sort of presented AR, VR, and the way that we presented how this can be something that doesn't have to be a foreign topic for people. It can be something that everyday people can use.
All right. Well, I think we got the gist of it, huh, people? People? Look, my apartment, the sun comes in at just the perfect angle to shine directly in my eyes. So whenever it's this time of day, I'm just fully blown out because it's just direct sunlight. This is the face of God. Used to be $1,200 to pre-order before the membership plan. That's crazy. Yeah, he's going to be licking wounds all right. If anyone's looking to get a wound licked, that guy will do it. But, yeah, there you go. I think I'm going to call it a day for the fun. That's crazy, that pricing. I wish them the best, because all I want is good, better headsets out there so people stop making fun of my hobby. But that being said, guys, I'm going to head out for the weekend. And I hope everybody else has a great weekend. Go check out my new video if you haven't yet. And what else can I say? Have a fantastic weekend, team. Fetus, Alex, Joe, Milkwad, shout out to everybody who stopped by. Prince Jeremiah, shout out to you and your dad, Lil Spooky. Y'all already know what it is. Alex, Sukma, all the good people. Hope you have a great week. I've got a lot more videos coming back. We're increasing the upload schedule again. So this cow guy is, he's back in the saddle. All right. Peace be with you. Much love. Nerd out.